Hello, my name is Max Westerhof, and this is my clinical reflection. Within this presentation, I'll be talking about the descriptions, feelings of evaluation, analysis, conclusion, and my action plan. So, en route to a job, we received a call that was a code 1A. It was a middle-aged female which had collapsed in the waiting area of a colonoscopy facility. In the ambulance were myself, one mentor I had worked with previously, and one mentor which I have not worked with yet. So before arriving, my mentor confirmed that I was happy to take the primary care role, and we brainstormed why this patient may have collapsed. On arrival, we were met by a frantic activity, and we were ushered to the scene by a very concerned staff member. Entering the scene, we could see an unconscious patient surrounded by numerous medical staff members who had already commenced medical intervention. The staff reported that the patient had a seizure and had not regained consciousness. Due to the chaotic nature of the scene and to ensure patient safety, my mentor advised me that he would take the primary care role and asked me to switch to a secondary care role. My mentor immediately started treatment while I offered support. During transport and hospital handover, I was reinstated into primary care position. So before the arrival, I felt anxious yet confident that I would be able to run this case without intervention from my mentor. On arrival at the scene, I felt overwhelmed due to a number of people on the scene. I also felt intimidated as many of the staff were medical professionals, including specialists and doctors. My confidence in managing the scene was significantly reduced, and when my mentor stepped in, I felt relieved that he was taking over. Alongside these feelings of relief were feelings of shame that instead of stepping up, I had retreated and potentially carried myself in a way that caused my mentor to believe that he had to take control. I did understand why my mentor stepped in, as he had never worked with me previously and was unaware of my skill level, and additionally, this was a highly complex and intense situation that involved multiple medical professionals and a post-ictal patient requiring immediate care. I felt that many things were done well during this event. Firstly, the mentor quizzed me in the ambulance about the likely causes of the seizure and the potential treatment plans. This increased my confidence in safely dealing with the scenario and helped establish our working relationship. Secondly, the mentor asked me before arriving at the scene if I was confident that I should take primary care role. Thirdly, on seeing the chaotic nature of the scene, the mentor decided to assume primary care role himself to ensure the highest level of patient care and potentially protect the ambulance professional reputation. I believe this was an excellent example of leadership from my mentor, who systematically confirmed my willingness to take the role, attempted to prepare me for the role, and then, when he saw that the scene was more complicated than anticipated, he immediately stepped into the lead role. My mentor also took time to debrief me on his thinking process and hand a primary role back to me during transport and hospital handover. The aspects that could have been improved are my responses to the scenario and a change in my roles. My thoughts and feelings were again centered on myself. Are they judging me? Do they think that I'm incompetent? Did I do something that made them perceive I cannot handle myself? When in actuality, if I had been focused on the patient and their safety, I would have realized that this change in leadership was the correct one, and I should have focused on supporting the team and learning from this example. On analysis, I believe this case was a great example of my mentor's mentoring skill, leadership, and teamwork. He displayed effective mentorship and had encouraged me to help him with the problem solving when he worked through various scenarios en route to the job. He provided role modeling while taking charge of a chaotic scene while providing patient-centered care, and he supported me and built my skills when he asked me to reassume the primary officer role during transport and that handover. My mentor also showed effective leadership by systematically assessing the scenario and making a firm decision that helped implement immediately with no room for role of confusion. Finally, my mentor promoted the idea of teamwork by placing the patient at the center of care and expecting the team to take the role which was most suitable to them. I felt that my attitude could have been improved. Again, the first thought that arose for me was thoughts of my learning, my future career prospects, and of what people were thinking of me. If Miller's pyramid of competence is considered, where I thought moved from novice to expert via the steps of knowledge, to understanding, to demonstrations, to integrated performance, a key aspect of Miller's theory was that the situation where the skill must be demonstrated was a critical element in learning. In this scenario, while I may be able to demonstrate the necessary clinical skills under the ideal circumstances, I was clearly operating at the level of novice in the complexity of this environment. The learning experience cemented for me how valuable an effective mentor is. While I'm aware that not all mentors will operate at the same level of this mentor, it allows me to see the potential benefits of an effective mentorship. From a general perspective, I will endeavor to remain open to what I can learn from my mentors. Specifically, I will work to be an open and reflective mentee while also working towards building my future career skills as a mentor. I will apply these learnings to other situations. My specific learning from these situations to be aware and reflect on a good and bad mentoring examples. This will allow me to gain the most from my mentor/mentee relationship while also building my skills to act as a mentor in the future. Thanks for listening.